Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. Bob and Phil here. Guys, there's a firm that has called the last four major drops in the market, and guess what they're doing now? You're not going to want to miss this. We're going to talk about it. Let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
Hey everybody, it's Bob with Trade Genius. Usually I do fun ads. I talk about our service, but I want to be serious with you for a second. We've been helping a lot of people trading for a long time. As you can see here, I want to let them do the talking for me for a change. But most importantly, we want to help you too. If you've not joined our service yet, come check us out, tradelikeagenius.com. Full service. We have chat room. We have the algorithms for you. We give trades out every day. We educate you. So go to tradelikeagenius.com. Check us out. What you get out of our service is much, much more than what you put into it. And we'd like to see you in the room. Thanks for listening.
Okay, Bob, so there's not a lot of funds or entities or banks even that you could say accurately as predicted, like the last four major drops or windows of turmoil in the market. But these guys have, and it's kind of interesting their positioning here in the last couple of days.
Yeah, and more than just predicting it, they traded off of it. And so there's a lot of people that make predictions out there, you and me included. But these guys put their money where their mouth is, and they do something really, really interesting, but they're doing something even different this time. So normally this is a Ruffer LLP out of England, but they're better known as the 50-cent trader for VIX. And this is the guy, when this guy shows up buying VIX calls, sends alarm bells ringing through the halls of every trading house in the country. And what they specialize in is that their strategy is they're long the market, but they hedge with what they call these tail risk or way out of the money call options out into the future. Because as we've been explaining, when you're talking, everybody now should be an options expert in the world. You get that gamma move into your strike, which can really well reward you. And so he'll take these shots on these trades. But this time, Phil, he's actually at the highest cash position ever. So he's really worried about maybe not getting the timing right, but definitely wanting to be right and protect himself. So I thought that one caught my attention more than, hey, the guy's getting ready for another Volmageddon here, which he called, by the way. But this time he's raising cash. So he knows something bad is coming, but I guess he doesn't have a good sense of the timing. So he doesn't even want to risk capital being short. So I'd like to get your thoughts on that. That really caught my attention. I'm like, whoa, we better be really careful here.
Yeah, exactly right. I think it comes down to they're not quite sure of the timing. So anywhere between now and the next 3 months. And I think part of that is because, these guys are looking at market structure too. And, we are in a position where you could have what would seem like a nonsensical spike in the market that even goes up to say, 5,400, 5,800, maybe even north of 6,000 on the SPX. But that's a standard thing you see in a blow-off move. So if you're concerned about a blow-off move, but you're also pretty sure that something bad's going to happen toward the back half of the year, then yeah, going to cash here is probably the prudent thing to do. It's essentially, you're looking at possibly missing the tail end of a move, but at the same time, these guys have been riding this wave up for many, many, many months. So it's not like they've missed out on anything. They're just willing to miss the last part of the move just to make sure that they're not getting caught in a downturn. And because of the way that these guys operate and because of their accuracy and the fact that they've been aggressive on betting to the downside before, I think this is just tells you that the uncertainty that's in the market. So I think it's going to be wildly volatile. I think that's what you can come away from this. And, again, these guys, if you guys don't know, they profited off the 2008 crash when everybody was getting killed. They returned 16% for the year. In 2015, if you guys remember, there was a bit of a flash crash. That was another spot where we were potentially maybe rolling over into a recession. We were getting some recessionary numbers in jobs and things like that, but it didn't quite materialize. In 2018, the end of 2018 was that disastrous drop. It felt like we were going into a crash. That was Volmageddon, and that recovered. And so these are very precise, things, right? 2018 happened fairly suddenly. 2020 COVID crash, they made 2.2 billion. So these guys are definitely good at sniffing out when there is problems brewing in the market. So I think that's what you got to take away from this is that we have problems brewing. I think, Bob and I have been warning you guys that the numbers are starting to turn, and I think they see the same thing. Usually what happens is things all come to a head very quickly. I think yields is also probably freaking them out a little bit too here, right? Because we've shown you guys that when yields are up, especially when they're up over 4.5%, it's very problematic dramatic for the markets. As you can see today, S&P 500 is down. We probably get a little bit of a relief rally, but is this overall move down done? We'll see. Remember though, tax day marks the bottom typically on a pullback, and today is tax day. So don't be surprised if we do get a bounce out of today going into OPEX on Friday. But that's short-term stuff. Long-term, Bob, I think you have to definitely pay attention to this. But like this is pointing out, it could be now and then over the next 3 months, right? So it's just a matter of protecting your downside and not being complacent here.
Yeah, and these guys don't talk their book. They don't let you try to front run them. They actually are performing a good service. He's one of 2 or 3 people on social media that I ever pay attention to, because most people, you just don't even quite know really how they're positioned. They're just trying to get you goofy footed, on your board here. And so, but these guys have been pretty upfront, and for them to do it this way, really, it should give you pause. Look, we've had great runs, guys, and everybody says, oh, you can buy the wall of worry, but I mean, we got the Grand Canyon cliffs here now. I mean, there's so many things that have to get absolutely perfect for us to thread the needle, and if not, there's so much leverage. That's the other thing too, Phil. These guys are they're in the intricacy of the plumbing. They have enough money and access to all the data points, to kind of know what's moving what, where, when. And for them to just say, you know what, I'm not sure where the bullet's coming from. I think I just want to get into shelter. And I think that should be words of wisdom for us. If you guys don't believe me or Phil, believe these guys, because they absolutely have the track record.
Yep. Let us know what you guys think, and if you are bracing for more downside, or do you think we will bounce into Friday and mark a low on tax day? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that below. And as always, if you guys are interested in joining us in the rooms in Discord, head over to tradegenius.co. Check out our specials over there. We'd love to see you. All right, guys. Thanks, Bob. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Trade Genius.